Hey guys, TheIxelan here, and today we're going to do a brief introduction on our Pokemon Ashlocke Challenge Season 2, Chapter 2, whatever you want to call it, and some of the changes and kind of just give a brief overview. So for anyone just joining us, kind of new to the series, the Pokemon Ashlocke Challenge is a variation of a Nuzlocke challenge. So by that standard, it follows the very simple standard Nuzlocke rules, and Nuzlockes have 3 rules. 1. Nickname all of your Pokemon. 2. If a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead. You either put it in a box or release it. Last season, we released them. This season, we're going to have a graveyard box. And rule number 3. You can only catch 1 Pokemon per area. Route, cave, whatever the case may be. So you can only catch 1. It has to be the first one that you come in contact with, the first one you see. So if you walk into a cave and you see the Zubat, boom, you caught a Zubat. That's what you're getting. Now, the Ashlocke variation is you follow the story of Ash. So you go through Pokemon Red, then Gold's, kind of just going through the story all the way to Pokemon X. We're doing it slightly differently in that we started with Fire Red, and now we're going to do Heart Gold. So that way we're never going to be pre-Gen 3. Gen 3 is going to be the oldest one with Fire Red, and then when we go back to Ruby, we'll do that. So we've got those 3 basic rules. You know, nickname your Pokemon, only 1 per route, and if it faints, it's dead. So we have a little variation on the 1 per route, and we're going to use two kind of clauses. First, the duplicate clause. If we've already caught the first Pokemon, then we can skip it and catch the next one. And last time we just skipped until we found one that we hadn't seen. I'm going to do it a little differently this season. We're limited to 4 per area. So if I run into a Zubat, and because I've already caught a Zubat, we skip it. If the next 3 Pokemon are also Zubats, well, tough luck, we don't get a Pokemon. That's just the nature of the thing. Caveats here are all the Pokemon that we've caught in the first season are things that are in our Pokedex, so we can't catch them again. I'm not going to go over the list, but I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds, and you'll see them flash on the screen here, because there's a decent number. Okay, so those are all the Pokemon that we've caught. The other thing is a shiny clause. We didn't see any shinies in Fire Red, but if we see a shiny Pokemon, we can catch it. I'm not going to catch any legendaries, so this is kind of a difference, like headbutting of rules, because we find the legendary Gyarados in Heart Gold, and it's red, so it's a shiny Pokemon. I'm not going to catch it. I'm going to kill it, unless they make me catch it, but I'm pretty sure I just get to kill it. Anyway, so some of our caveat rules for this season that we're going to work with. Similar to last season, we're only using battle style set. This makes it so that we don't know ahead of time what the next Pokemon is. It makes it a little more challenging. Otherwise, Pokemon gets a little too easy. We're also using the Ash rule that we used last season, which is we can't exchange Pokemon with those in the box unless one of my Pokemon dies or I release it. So, like, Ash releases Butterfree and then gets a new Pokemon. He doesn't just put Butterfree in the box and get a Tauros out. I think he did that once in the Elite Four, but that wasn't canon. We're moving past it. Anyways, so on top of that, we're using the Butterfree returns clause that we used last year, which is if we get gifted a Pokemon, like if they give us an Eevee, we can trade it out for a previously released or used Pokemon from a different generation. So we released our Fearow, or we let our Gyarados go at the end of last season. If we get an Eevee or the Togepi in this one, we can switch it out for that. So that's kind of the Butterfree returns. Now, those are all the standard rules that we used in the last chapter of the Nuzlocke, Ashlocke. This season, we're going to do something a little bit different. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the element, it's called a dice lock. And I've kind of done a custom dice lock. I put it up on Reddit, went back and forth, and basically after every major battle, and this is only going to take effect once we have a full 6 Pokemon. But after every major battle, like a gym leader, a rival, a named member of Team Rocket, the Red Gyarados, legendary Pokemon, the Elite Four, whatever the case may be, we're going to roll a d20. So I have a little d20 here that sits on my desk the entire time. I'm actually going to roll it now so you can kind of see what's... I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I rolled a 4, which sucks balls. Roll better next time, d20. So I have 20 options that kind of come up depending on what you roll. and they're broken into 5 categories. So going from 1 to 6, this is the loss category. Everything in here, we lose something. If we roll a 1, we roll a d6, that Pokemon dies, just in order of how they're sitting on our thing. If we roll a 2, we roll the same d6, and d6 being a 6-sided die for anyone that doesn't know, and that Pokemon can't evolve anymore. If we roll a 3, we have to retire a random Pokemon. If we roll a 4, we have to retire our highest level Pokemon. So we just put them in the box, we can't use them anymore, and we can get out a new Pokemon if we have one. If we don't, we're kind of screwed. If we roll a 5, we drop all of one item. So we choose potions, we drop all our potions. We don't get potions again. We're not going to get them until the next trainer battle. We can't buy them. And if we roll a 6, we just drop 5 items, 5 of an item, so 5 potions or 3 antidotes and 2 potions, whatever. So that's 1 through 6. 7 through 10 is the deny. So it's not as bad as losing something, but it still kind of sucks. So in deny, if we roll a 7, we can't get a next, like our next catch is denied. The next trainer battle we have, our ability to switch is denied. Until the next gym battle is complete, our Pokemon are denied held items, so we have to take every held item off Pokemon. They can't have any. Until the next trainer battle is complete, there's no healing of our Pokemon, so we can't take them to the center, we can't use healing items, nothing. We have to beat the next trainer. So that's 1 through 10, they're all really bad. 11 through 20, the opposite side, they're going to be good. So the 11 through 14 are the switch rules. On an 11, we can switch our lowest level Pokemon for, well, we have to switch. We switch our lowest level Pokemon for one in the box. We can still use that Pokemon later, he's not retired, but still same Ash rules, one of our Pokemon would have to get lost. A 12, we can switch from battle style set to shift until the next trainer battle is over. So that gives us a little bit of an advantage there, going in knowing what they're coming with. If we roll a 13, we can set it to shift until the next major battle is over, so until we beat the next gym, or until we fight our rival, or something like that. If we roll a 14, our highest level Pokemon gets switched out for a Pokemon in our box. So that's kind of what we have there. Not the greatest things, but not bad. They're definitely helpful, and they give us a little bit of variety. 15 to 18 are the bonus captures. If we roll a 15, we're going to ignore the next duplicate clause. So if we find a Zubat, we can catch it. It doesn't count as our catch for the area either. If we roll a 16, we go back one area and catch the next Pokemon we find in that area. If we roll a 17, we go to the next area and catch 2 Pokemon. And if we roll an 18, I get to choose. I get a bonus. I get a capture. I can use it whenever I want. When I go, I want this Pokemon, I'm freaking catching it. Then the 19 and 20 are the 5th level. They're the amazing things. Like if we roll a 19 or 20, these are the godsends. If we roll a 19, it's a freebie. We can save it till we need it, and we can ignore any negative effect of the die. So, you know, it says kill a random Pokemon, we fucking say no. Number 20 is the revival. A Pokemon that is dead, not one that was from a prior generation. Although our dead Pokemon in that generation, like Jessie, who was an Ekans that we lost, we could revive that. Any dead Pokemon that has died during the Ashlocke can be revived. If we have space on our team, they can be put on our team immediately. If not, they get in the box. Odds are, if I'm reviving someone, I'm retiring somebody to get them on our team. But the revival has to be done like right after that battle, the next available chance. So, you know, if we're in Team Rocket headquarters or something, and we have to fight a couple battles, we obviously wait until we get out. But if we've beaten a gym, we can't like go to the next gym and then decide. We have to use our revival right there. So I know that's a lot. It's 20 rules. I tried to make it kind of simplified and broken it down into like categories, but that's what we're going with. I'm hoping it adds a little bit of randomness and variety to the game. And yeah, we're gonna start Heart Gold. I'm using a Desmumi emulator. You see me kind of starting it up in the background here, and I went ahead and added Shades. That was the other thing, is like Ash, how Ash carries Pikachu, we carry our oldest Pokemon with us. So our starter, Blastoise, Shades, made it with us all the way through, beat the Elite Four. So he's our starter in Heart Gold. So that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with Blastoise. I brought him down to level 5, but everything else is pretty much the same. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think about these rules and anything, really anything in the comments below. And I will see you guys for the first episode of Season 2 of our Ashlocke Challenge. Thanks for watching. Bye.